Hi everyone, welcome back to our old friend Lost Castle. I somehow, after all this time, am Grimith. I'm joined.
Yeah, I continue. Oh, sorry, I continue to be the MysteriousJG after the many hours.
So, we're not playing online player, we're playing local player. Why are we on the online category? We're off to a good start here. Local
The first
co-op.
30 minutes of our next 2-hour video.
Because we're still playing through the magic of Steam Remote Play together, so if you ever get confused why some of these hiccups have been happening in the footage, that's because of the desync. I will be this face.
He's got like a little Ron Paul thing going on, my caricature. Like halfway Ron Paul, halfway Goku. Except, fuck. Okay. Well, they give me 2 buttons, yellow and red.
Oh my god, I'm level 43 now. What the hell have you done to me?
So I went a little crazy. I felt like playing video games, but not like talking over a long weekend that included some sick time, and just played a boatload of this game. And to the extent possible, I made level up decisions that I thought you would have made, and I also made level up decisions that would just make my life easier grinding with your character. So we will see.
This is punishment for me not playing with you last week. Although, what the? My god.
How is it punishment? I'm trying to get to where we can have maybe one session and actually finish this game.
What?
So,
let's see.
I got you... What did I do? I maxed out the thing where you get more... Anything that related to you getting more souls, I maxed. And you had already maxed the first one. So I maxed the sort of third tier one where you get souls from bosses.
Expert Alchemist. Got 9 levels and increase attack damage. Okay.
Yeah, basically I maxed that. Then I got you to where you had at least 1 level of increased food, restoration from food, in case you felt like maxing that, because we might be doing harvester guy. But yeah, everything else it is dumped into base stats. Whereas I continued to put stuff into like goofy, non-combat, whatever. So I've kind of unlocked.
What's that thing in the bottom right corner? The red cross.
The red cross is that once per floor, which I found out from an online guide means room. If my hit points drop to a certain level, I'll get a few seconds of hit point recovery.
Wait, so
it's just
that's room. Okay, yeah, once per room. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, once per level. Like, it's kind of confusing. If it was once per level, that would be pretty useless. But apparently, it's once per room. But I only got the first level, so it's just kind of enough to maybe give you a chance to break free and eat an apple, but that's about it. You're not going to be able to use this to keep alive without healing yourself otherwise.
Alright, so question 1 is, why didn't you just progress super far in one save and then copy that over to the second slot?
I kind of had this vague notion that our characters were different, even though that is broken by the fact that every single time I played, both characters look completely different. But yeah, I probably should have done that, I suppose. That would have been smarter.
Question 2, did you manage to make great use of that sail skill that you unlocked?
That is a real hit or miss. That is one that if you hit a goblin shop at the right time, it's an all or nothing. It gets really fantastic if you hit a goblin shop, and I've also had, obviously, we've done them on screen runs where you never find a freaking goblin shop. So if we continue to bash our heads against this game and not beat it, and we get to level up anything more, I would max out the Sixth Sense to just really make it more likely that you're going to find those shops and other side things just to get some use out of the sale thing, because it's either useless to you or it's great.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as raw combat skills, I still suck because I was getting all the nonsense like 40% probability to resist negative potions, healing, seeing where to go, and not getting like level 9 attack, which is probably in the long run going to be more useful.
It's okay. All that extra playtime will make you better. I mean, you're already better at bosses than I was to begin with.
I'm great at Harvest. Oh, and I got my favorite Whoppet, at least my favorite starting Whoppet.
Is this all capturing? Yeah, it looks like it's capturing and recording. Wonder Bubbles. Something that I did over the past few days when I was playing around with remote play together with a friend, with Cook Serve Delicious 3, is that I muted Steam itself so that it wouldn't pop up annoying sound effects relating to remote play together. It's one of the smartest things I've ever done in my entire life.
Okay. Gotcha. So, moving along.
What the?
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. So this I didn't think was going to pop up in 2-player. It popped up immediately in 1-player. This guy will allow us to accept certain, like, conditions, like, you know, you can the only thing that will appear in chests is daggers. No
also,
healing items,
like a challenge thing for your runs. Okay.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting to see it because it popped up the very first time I did 1-player, and I figured it was just a 1-player thing.
Maybe he popped up because you remember the last run that we did. I ended up like unlocking that bizarre avatar thing from like the Holy Sword. Maybe that's why he came up.
It could be. Yeah, it could be just coincidence. There's also, you're going to find a bunch of weird new weapons because there's bosses I'm convinced aren't populating in 2-player mode.
Oh, hey,
that I did come across and defeat, and therefore more new shit. Yeah, that's a.
There's also this super cool giant mandible dagger with a toxic nova that I'm very interested in using. Welcome to the Trials of the Castle. As well as the one that allows players to challenge themselves. Every day's trials are different. Ah, it's like a daily thing. So is it like a daily system? Okay.
It feels like it. I used it. I kind of ignored it for a while and then eventually tried it out. I think it's great for grinding for skills. I don't know that I would use it to try to actually clear the game.
Apples and bananas restore 50% of the normal amount. That cannot be.
Well, like one of them was you can't get new armor ever, but you start out with good armor, which I found quite handy. But yeah. 50% healing. I think you might be getting extra experience when you accept the challenges, but again, that would make it a great thing to do if we weren't trying to win the game on this run, and I think we're trying to win the game on this run, so. Want to play with the giant mandible, or are you going to stick with the harvest thingy?
I'm going to stick with the harvest thing until we leave this room, then I'll reconsider. Did you give me the thing where I open chests, or is that...
No, so I should probably open all the chests.
Okay. Oh my goodness, look at all those prizes.
And one big difference I noticed between 1-player and 2-player is when there's only 1 player getting all of these little like sapphires and topazes, those bonuses add up quick. So I will grab approximately half of them because they're all positive, and I'll leave the rest to you.
And in your gameplay experience, the single-player stuff was easier than the multiplayer stuff, yeah?
Well, the big difference is that fucking those 2 giant beetles that murdered us at the end of our last run. There's only 1 giant beetle when you're playing as a solo. And that was like the big obvious difference. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Yeah. But yeah, I think because of all these passives you get, +2 attack from a topaz, blah blah. Because all of those are going on 1 player, and all of the best items you don't have to split it. Yeah, it kind of effectively does make it easier.
Didn't mean to eat that. Mistook my key. I was thinking about grabbing this caveman's throwing axe instead for the throwing thing, but I think for the time being I'll stick with this stupid big dumb sword. Had I think it was Kabitz comment that the reload skill causes your next 3 shots to deal more damage, and that's what that does.
Yeah, I saw that comment. Thank you to the gentle person who made that. Hold on, we didn't get our potions yet, did we?
I got mine. I'll even drink it right now. Cast magic bullet for 15 seconds. That's right, you made it so that all of mine are positive. Woo!
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? I'm all tingly.
So you proceed to immediately quaff the positive potions.
Well, because some of them are long-term stat.
Well, then some of them can be full heals. Or nice heals.
Yeah. Oh.
Time for me to die to this room. Like old time.
Boom! Teleported in there. That was not a super cool trick. That was me despite having played ludicrous hours of this game over the weekend, forgetting which button was teleport and which one was fancy attack.
Get dunked on, nerd.
I don't like your hat, so you have to die. You're enjoying that poison splash damage there, it looks like. Wow, look at me taking like all the damage in the first room. Ooh, this is a secret passageway, eh?
Oh, I see your sixth sense at work there. Neat. The hell is this toxic groom? Certain attack chance to eject grooms when receiving damage or... Okay.
I don't know what a groom is.
We'll find out together as a family.
Well... Hold on.
Oh yeah, we're both full on apples.
God damn it, I thought I was on apple. Oh well. Well, there we go. So if any enemies come in behind us while we're trying to explore the side room, this thing has our back.
Yeah, way to cover our asses there.
Of our asses in toxic flames.
Jaggers are enchanted with poison.
I will grab that. Yeah, that was probably worth stopping by for.
You might as well eat them.
I might as well hit the wrong button. By the way, interestingly, the big run killer has, for me in solo, was usually the rooms full of Cyclopses as opposed to, like, even the stage after that. If I could get past the Cyclops areas, I could usually get all the way to the end. It's just something about, like, lots of little guys who all have ranged attacks was not being my friend. Just using all my apples. Oh, the secret passageway thing has been working more often than you would think. Oh yeah, I think we both have the thing where we get a free bombs periodically. Cleansing flames will follow me. Hopefully this is a room where that will not be useful to at all. Yeah, it is.
I can't carry anymore.
I am overburdened. I couldn't eat another thing.
Speed of this.
Can't take any more apples. I'm just over it. Caveman's about me. Eh. You're gonna fall into the pit, be careful!
I think it's time to bring back my old friend, yes.
That is a good Whoppet, so yeah, let's go set.
Alright. Speaking of old friend.
Oh, and somebody in the comments suggested a future pro strat is to feed me to this thing to get it to stop, and I didn't appreciate that.
Can't imagine why you'd have a problem with that.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't think that was very kind. Okay.
Well, the plan so far is a grand success.
As soon as I decide to start wasting daggers, he's already dead. He's already dead! Stop shooting him, he's already dead.
Oh my, that really is a huge increase. Plus 70%.
Yeah, we're almost at the point where either one of us could afford the cheapest available upgrade.
What the hell have we got here? Okay.
Greed it. Greed attack.
I don't need greed. Old knight armor.
I cannot carry it anymore.
Small magic scabbard lightning. Oh. Go and pick that up.
Good. Yeah, I don't know if I should take this crystal advice. I'm likely to accidentally try to eat it.
I think I'm good with the items I got.
Alright, let's keep going.
Oh no, we left some barrels behind. Now time for the favorite.
Yeah, this is...
Did you develop a greater appreciation for this when you played it on your own, or?
I developed a greater tendency to just like need to pause for a minute and do something else and work up the gumption to play through this again. It's like what I've said before. I don't think it's like the worst game design ever, but it's just not up to the standard the rest of the game is setting. Just kind of dull. Whoa! Tiny, tiny, tiny exploding spiders!
I certainly didn't miss this music.
I like this music. It would, well, he gets pretty excited.
Spider's like, why did you leave me?
I didn't know you were going to be right there, or I wouldn't have done that.
Oh, come on, character. What the hell?
Come on, character. Whom I feel a deep connection to, even though your appearance changes every time I play the game. I think that might be a little boar overkill. Is this the last screen? No.
Not quite.
There's gonna be more than one screen to the area.
A pity.
I wanted to make an Act 4 Diablo reference, but I couldn't remember any of the quest. It's like, oh, this is where we gotta go to the place and find the thing.
Well, Act 4 Diablo
Act
quest.
3, I mean Act 3.
I would say Act 4 has just been kill Diablo. Act 3 was find Colleen's random body parts and shove them in your treasure that we call the Herodric Cube.
go to the fourth name we could think of for a spider lair and find Kaleem's, you know,
Deep within the
sack.
Flayer jungle is the Flayer dungeon, and deep within the Flayer dungeon is bullshit.
Deep within the Flayer dungeon is the Flayer swamp, where one can find the Flayer more.
Instead of the Flayer less.
The Flayer bog.
What's that over there? I'll summon it to help you in battle. Summon your armor? What the hell? It's a familiar. Oh, this asshole.
I don't even know what this one does. Some of them are real handy with like elemental attacks. I don't know what this guy does in particular.
This is definitely the sort of game where unlocking this shit by completing areas and defeating bosses can make future runs easier.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed any egregious crimes of completing stuff making the zones harder.
This is not like at Infocom where you can just render the game unwinnable at any point.
I guess I won't pick this up. Yeah.
Welcome, welcome, have some amazing treasures. The hell. Toxic Splasher. Well, it would increase my attack, and it would give me what? Yeah, let's try this out for a while.
There's a potion there if you want it. I'm not going to pick it up.
Well, that's true. I should probably be the one to test these out anyway, because I got the chance to resist.
Oh. Attack -1.
And I did not resist, and it was a bad one, so... Oops.
Yay!
Oh, our favorite. More bombs. It's gonna charge in there, but then tiny red spiders. You motherfucker, you don't get to run away!
No one walks away!
It's stuck on terrain that you're not allowed to bypass. Oh, thanks for the assist there, skeletal familiar armor thing. I appreciate the way you do nothing at all times.
Oh, what the hell ever.
Remember, Grimith, we must be careful. We don't have infinite apples in this run.
The furthest we have gotten in this game is not through apples.
That is true. Although you could argue that the apple run gave us so many extra skills and unlocks that it was the real key.
I don't think that's true.
No, I don't think it is either, but it's fun to think about apples.
I had an apple dumpling earlier today, homemade.
Sounds tasty. Thinking about apple turnovers now. I'm gonna take a break here and get some dessert.
I know what you're thinking about now. I'd probably be more okay with this area, but these damn trees just slow you down so much.
They really do, yeah. I think it's the amount of time you spend dodging versus the amount of time when you can actually attack. It's irritating. Like, there's gameplay challenge, I get that, but it's kind of like, I don't want to spend 4 seconds dodging for every 1 second where I can actually try to progress. It's like a bullet hell game, you know? Thank you, game. Thank you for dropping that on my head. Alright, let's do the little guy first. Oh.
Oh, shot the chest. It's open now.
Yeah. Damn it, Grim.
You took too long admiring the loot from the first box.
I mean, I have access to a shark gun, by the way.
What the fuck?
That came from beating a shark boss. I can't remember if we fought the shark boss together or not.
That doesn't sound like anything I remember.
So we could both have sharky powers if you wanted, but I had to decide, do I want a shark gun or a poison gun?
Dark blades. Let's see. Well, deals less damage and gives me fewer hit points, so I'm gonna say no. Well, there's a slime bomb.
Yeah, I don't have room for it, but I'd like to bring it with.
Neither do I. There's also a potion over here. Hold on, I need to check. How do I discard? Okay. Woo! Defense -1! Fuck yeah!
There we go. Let's keep the game challenging.
I think this area is plenty challenging enough.
It's challenging your patience. This guy is selling more goodies for 20. Sometimes they sell like a permanent passive boost. Like in this case, where I now have resistance to freezing as a debuff.
Hooray.
And I'm just throwing around money willy-nilly because I will get an item for free if we ever find a store.
Looks so weird.
Yeah, I don't know that it really does more damage than if you actually focus in a bunch of shots of some other attack. But it definitely looks cooler, and you can hit a lot of things with it. What was I doing? Speed decrease. Great.
That'll help.
Yeah, it's not permanent.
Don't you go up behind him. You're bad.
Hard to say. It's like this little red suicide spider sneaking up on me, and what was fun about it is I judged it was going to blow up before it got to me, so I was kind of able to shrug it off. Oh no, I'm poisoned.
Not poisoned on. Poison pill.
I've been nauseated.
The fiends.
Oh. I think I managed to completely miss that by having it be off screen when it would have hit anything. Now, it actually charges up again fairly quickly.
I see.
I don't think that hit you, did it?
It's difficult to tell. Yeah!
Nice. It's got dead eyes, like a doll's eyes. Almost got him. Let's see, plus 10. You want plus 10? You need hit points more than I do right now. Boop. 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 Award-winning commentary from Grimith and JG.
That's right. We just know each other at this point, so why would we need to say anything else?
Exactly. What I like about you, Grimith, is that we don't have to talk all the time. We can just say boop.
That's right. What the fuck are you guys doing here?
It's like we're trying to get away from you!
What the hell are you?
Yeah, okay, so this is something I saw. I figured it was like one player only for some reason.
Ah! Get off of me! It's like Diablo's bone prison.
gives plus 5% synergy to...
no, I mean as in the one that Diablo himself
I know.
casts.
Which surprisingly works a lot better than the one that you have access to in the game.
If you're gonna recycle these enemies, at least give me a reskin, damn it, come on.
I want ones wearing blue hats, damn it. Maybe not white hats. Those look a little,
Can't get behind me if I keep moving, nerd.
Let's make this spider fight last all day.
Just like this area. Oh hey, you know where your sixth sense is telling you to go? Take that alternate route.
Everybody's favorite, this guy. Roly-poly McGee.
Sometimes he jumps.
And then you get really thrown off. It's like, oh, new pattern.
Like an armored armadillo wannabe.
Grimith, however, can beat him with, like, you know, no dash, no jump, no using the buster, whatever challenge you want to add in there.
Yes. No jumping. Of course.
I'm just gonna dash my way around these levels.
Well, I'm glad I got 9 bombs, so I have no need for that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I found you have to make yourself use them. They're occasionally open up a path. You find those little, like, chipped-looking walls you can use bombs. But
this bastard.
big head. Who's that guy with the big?
Oh, the bombs bounced off of his head, I see. Mom, the bombs bounced off his big head. They also didn't deal as much damage as I thought they might. Well, I became a werewolf, but I thought that would come equipped with a heal, and it didn't.
This would be an interesting way for the first new run to end this guy. Ah, crap. Switched over to...
You also have your Crystal of Ice there. There you go. Yeah.
Which is, of course, shooting at the distractor enemies. Thanks, Crystal Vines.
For whatever reason, I guess I was channeling Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I'm like, oh, I turned into a werewolf. I should be perfectly fine.
Bomb's not doing dick to him either.
Yeah, I threw all of mine at him, and it didn't do much of anything. That was a surprise.
Well, I guess I can just really slowly shark attack him to death.
Last time we fought him, we did really well when you stayed on, like, that back end hitting the tentacles, and I was up front. I remember that.
I kind of wish he was one of those enemies that occasionally damaged himself stupidly. Yeah, this is, what am I? That's not going to work. Oh, but I got crazy mode for a minute. I think I just gotta tank it.
Well, it would help if you faced him when you tanked it.
Yeah, I was paying attention to my stamina and not to where I was facing. I think I might have just knocked myself over with the shark attack there.
Well, I'm glad we're proving that JG, once again, is the master of bosses compared to me.
Well, not exactly.
Look at all them fucking tentacles.
Maybe there's something to be said for dealing with the distractor enemies every 20 minutes or so.
Can't say I appreciate how he gets an unlimited number of those damn things.
Hey, that was not good.
Yeah, and you killed yourself with a shark. Proof!
I guess,
Yeah.
yeah, that's well, it definitely knocked me. I didn't know if it did damage.
No,
but
it
looks like
100% did damage. It's the thing that
Yeah.
killed you.
Well, that wasn't how I was hoping the first run after doing a fuckload of leveling was going to go.
Yeah, yeah. The greatest agony there is that we have to fucking do the Bramble Courtyard again.
I know. We didn't even beat the goddamn Bramble Courtyard. Did we get enough souls to actually add anything useful to the repertoire?
I have 172, which does give me enough to do a thing. Like, I can find more things in chests, and now I'm not enslaved to your idea of having to say
In theory, it would take a ton, but in theory, if we both maxed out the thing that shows you the little footpaths and it stacks, we'd have a really good chance of finding all the bonuses along
Oh yeah,
the way.
maybe we should worry about getting to an area where that actually is relevant.
Well, I mean, okay, everywhere except Bramble Courtyard, which is where we died.
I will max this out. I will have all the attack in the universe.
I can't really afford to level up any of the fancy pants shit anyway. I've got almost exactly enough if I want to get slightly better chance of restoring garbage levels of health.
Toolmaster. When people were worried about maybe the notion that we wouldn't find it within our hearts to fail and die in lesser areas, don't worry.
Yeah, that was not a thing to really be all that worried about. God, movement speed 1%, movement speed 2%. It's I can't bring myself to believe that's going to make a difference. 10% movement speed when you've completely maxed it out, but maybe when you get to the end, that's really what you need.
No need for you to get Artful Dodger. I've already got the extra chests.
Right. So that doesn't do anything for him, other than the fact that it's the only skill I don't have at all. So I could feel like I've run the board. All right, let's stop messing around and do what needs to be done. Get a little more attack and get out of here with 50 skill points to go.
Join us next time, guys, when we go through Bramble Courtyard again.
Well, if we get there, we could fucking lose this time against the slime boss. See you then, guys.
Yeah.